See, of course, these are broad procedures. One is, of course, registration is the first step. Then you have to file first return in GSTR 1 by 10th of a month, and that is for goods and services provided by you during the previous month. Okay, every 10th. Then on 15th, you have to provide another return of goods and services received, that is in GSTR 2. ठीक है, उसके बाद में your supplier's return and your return, where it is matching, then you will get a provisional credit. By 18th you will get a provisional credit if whatever is uploaded by GSTR 1 and whatever you have uploaded on GSTR 2 is matching. Then you will get a provisional credit, and then that provisional credit you can utilize for filing return, monthly return before 20th. So that means every month you have to file 3 returns, GSTR 1, GSTR 2 and GSTR 3. So total 36 हो गया.
E-filing mandatory है.
हाँ, अभी
5
तो
दिन के अंदर. E-filing तो mandatory होगा.
E-filing of course.
5 दिन के अंदर.
E-filing नहीं होगा तो मैचिंग कैसे होगा? इनवॉइस वाइज
5 दिन के अंदर
मैचिंग
करेंगे.
आप विदाउट कंप्यूटर हाउ यू कैन डू? तो अभी क्या होता था कि अभी नॉर्मली लोग क्या करते थे कि सपोज आपने 100 पीस उसने भेजे, आपको 95 मिल गए, तो आप वो इनवॉइस में कट करके 95 का बिल पास कर देते. वो नहीं चलेगा, क्योंकि ऐसा करेंगे तो वो इनवॉइस मैच नहीं होगा. इनवॉइस मैच नहीं होगा तो आपको क्रेडिट मिलेगा नहीं. यू हैव टू पास द बिल फॉर 100 एंड देन इशू हिम डेबिट नोट फॉर 5 pieces. Then only otherwise invoices will not match. And if you invoice don't match, you won't get a credit. So then annual return with audit report. I think normally it should be about 2 crores. About 2 crores you have to file annual return in GSTR 8 with by 31st December. Okay. Then if under a composition scheme, as a composition scheme is a simplified scheme, and then composition scheme you have to file a quarterly return. What is quarter? April to June. Not that quarter. Quarter means 3 months. So then if you are an input service distributor, I think I'm quite you are familiar with this concept of.
I think you should explain it.
Anyway, I will just explain input service distributor. Of course, it is coming in that VAT also. But what is input service distributor is that suppose you are head office at one place, and actually your factories or service locations are at different places. Now, let us take a typical example. Say Tata Motors. They have got a head office in Mumbai and factories in Jamshedpur, Pune, and whatnot. But they are getting services in their Bombay office, and ultimately finally the services, but they are not providing any service from Bombay office. They are not supplying any goods from Bombay office, but fact is that many services they are receiving in their Bombay office. I mean, like example, this is one, but ultimately indirectly those services are finally used in their branches, factories, etc. In that case, that office can be registered as an input service distributor. All services which they are receiving in their Bombay office, they prepare and then they have to make invoice, and every month they can distribute the credit which they have, services which they are received in Mumbai to all their branches and establishment on the basis of turnover of previous year. On the basis of turnover of previous year, you have to distribute to all the branches. And this is not only of office but even depot. If you have got a depot, well, depot you are not providing service, you are only receiving and dispatching goods. But there also you may be receiving various services. Those services also you can distribute to your factories or service locations or GSTR location through that input service distributor mechanism, so that the credit is not lost. TDS return, GSTR 7, no, if your turnover is below about 10 lakhs order, then there is 1% TDS. And that 1% TDS, one who is deducting TDS, and mostly it is government. And now if government doesn't upload your return, then you will not get that credit. And if government uploads with wrong TIN number, then also you will not get the credit. क्योंकि unless your correct TIN number is the first thing, government में तो ये उनको ये दिमाग में आने में बहुत टाइम लगेगा. कैसा है, they have to upload the TDS return, and then if they don't upload the return, आपको तो credit मिलेगा नहीं. If they mistakenly include your TIN number, तो और तकलीफ हो जाएगी, क्योंकि गवर्नमेंट वाले के भाई ये गवर्नमेंट का कॉन्ट्रैक्ट है, तुम्हारे इसमें आपने इसमें GSTR भरा के नहीं, GST भरा के नहीं दिखाओ. Because once TDS, 1% idea of TDS is actually to stop the leakages. 1% is actually not for collecting the revenue. Of course, that 1% will slowly become 5% over a period of time. But this 1% is not reverse charge. Reverse charge is different from this 1% TDS. 1% TDS is mainly to catch large transactions, where the transactions are more than 10 lakh, and if you deduct TDS, then correspondingly you have to show your turnover. यहाँ TDS दिखता है मगर आपने turnover कम दिखा है, तो immediately वो आपको पकड़ लेंगे कि यहाँ तो.
It is like 1% is TCS recently introduced by budget on transaction more than 2 lakh.
हाँ, so this is mainly.
This is an additional charge, or you will get a credit of
Then you will get credit
against
your liability.
IGST,
Liability.
GST, any of them.
Any of them. वो भी IGST वो उसका क्रेडिट कहीं भी मिलेगा, GSTR होपफुली.
Okay, कहीं मेंशन नहीं है अभी.
उसमें सर आपने ये लिखा है कि क्वार्टरली या मंथली जाएगा TGS का रिटर्न, GSTR और GST. तो सिमिलरली TDS का रिटर्न भी क्वार्टरली या एनुअली?
मंथली.
सब monthly है, quarterly नहीं.
अरे उतने जब तक वो अपलोड नहीं करेगा तब तक आपको क्रेडिट कैसे मिलेगा?
मंथली हो.
हाँ, GSTR 7 and GSTR 6 have to be monthly, क्योंकि unless वो आप it is uploaded, you won't get the credit ना.
But their dates are not clearly.
हाँ?
Dates.
TDS
No, I think it should be 20th, right? पता नहीं. Now, anyway, so as we said that we will form groups, and each group has to study one
7-8 forms.
form.
So where is GSTR 5?
Hmm?
5 नहीं होगा.
ये GSTR 5 है.
Non-taxable.
Anyway, so let us आप लिख लो कोई एक डिस्ट्रीब्यूट आप ले लो कौन सा एक नंबर आप
Team allocate.
So we have to create 4 teams or
8 teams.
8 टीम्स. कितने लोग हैं?
we are 13 or 14, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
एक एक नहीं तो एक एक टीम के पास दो रिटर्न दे दो, कैसे वोटर?
Okay, now we have 14 sir. 14 people.
तो तीन टीम के चार तीन के 4 टीम करो, एक एक टीम के पास दो रिटर्न दे दो. अभी 10 नंबर वाले कितने हैं?
5.
10 नंबर वाले
5.
तो 10 नंबर में एक इजी और एक डिफिकल्ट ऐसा दे दो.
ठीक है सर. मैं think so that's better.
हाँ?
बेटर ऐसा नहीं तो एक तरफ डिफिकल्ट चला गया, एक तरफ इजी आ गया. तो
So
GSTR 1 and 7 इनको दे देते
हाँ,
हैं.
चलो.
GSTR 1 and 7 लिख लिया. And GSTR 2 and 6 by R&D team. R&D team में भी सर हम 2 बना देते हैं बिकॉज हम लोग ज़्यादा हैं, 8 लोग हैं. 4 लोगों की टीम बना देते हैं.
हम लोग को 2 ही जाएगा ना.
GSTR 1 and 7 by 10 नंबर. GSTR 2 and 6 by R&D team 1, GSTR 3 and GSTR 4 by R&D team 2, and GSTR 8 by सर आपका देंगे ना GSTR number 8 by Srinivasan जी.
नहीं श्रीनाथ जी उनको बहुत भारी पड़ेगा उनको नहीं, वो भारी है पर ये काम उनसे भी भारी पड़ेगा.
ठीक है सर, कोई इशू नहीं है. तो GSTR again 8 by you,
1 and 8.
1, 7 and 8.
1, 7 and 8, and GSTR 5 and 3 by team 1 and team 2. GSTR 5 ऐड कर देंगे और एक में GSTR 3 ऐड कर देंगे.
आप में सब टीम डिवाइड करो. सो each analyze, then you have to say कि how it is important from credit point of view and compliance point of view, and what are the intricacies of each. तो आप आज उनको फॉर्म निकाल के आपके पास भी मिलेगा प्रिंट आउट तो
जी सर.
हाँ इसमें है वो. तो अभी फिर से रिवाइज कर लो तो फिर सब
1, 7 and 8.
Number
10
10.
number.
1, 7, 8 by 10 number. 2 and 6 by R&D team 1, 3, 4 and 5 by R&D team 2. And we'll see from the angle of credit, compliance, nitty-gritties, or maybe from accounting angle as well.
ठीक है. So that team has to give report कि these are to be things to be considered, and electronically how it has to be linked with other returns. क्योंकि GSTR 1 and 2 has to be match, otherwise आपको क्रेडिट नहीं मिलेगा. Okay. Now existing assets will be given provisional registration number that will be valid for 6 months. Then you have to submit details and obtain final registration within 6 months. Then as on 31st March 2017, whatever transitory credit is there, it will be available. So you have to make all that and you have to claim it. And if you don't claim it, then it is gone. 6 months transitory period is allowed. If you don't, if you wake up after September 17, then that is gone. Credit is.
सर इसके लिए कोई फॉर्म्स नोटिफाई करें इन्होंने. इसके लिए कोई फॉर्म्स नोटिफाई करें.
इसके रिटर्न के
ट्रांजिटरी पीरियड
नहीं अभी तो फॉर्म नहीं हो, बट आपको तो ये डिटेल तो देना ही पड़ेगा.
एप्लीकेशन सिंपल.
How?
नहीं but at least records you have to maintain and then you have to submit the details. वो तो how that is a matter of detail, but ये submit and if you don't, if you are not vigilant, then it is gone. So for example, your whatever you want to claim or disclaim, it has to be by return on 30th September. 30th September के बाद में then you cannot claim and
टाइम बार.
disclaim. Then now because actually what they say कि invoice is valid for 1 year from the date of issue. But actually suppose invoice is in January and if you don't adjust by 30th September, then that is gone. That means as far as those invoices are concerned, you get hardly 6 or 9 months for, you don't get 1 year. You get only 6 or 8 months or 9 months. मार्च का इनवॉइस है तो आपको खाली 6 महीने मिलने वाला है. 6 महीने में आप एडजस्ट करना है तो करो, नहीं तो गया. सो सितंबर रिटर्न इज द लास्ट रिटर्न बाय विच यू कैन मेक एडजस्टमेंट फॉर द प्रीवियस ईयर. अदरवाइज देन दैट इज गॉन. Single registration within state permissible if common business vertical can have multiple registration within state. If different vertical, then separate. I think I will check up. My impression is that if different vertical, different registrations are required. But anyway, we'll find out. Then registration once turnover crosses 9 lakhs. Now this GSTN number is a 15-digit number. First 2 digits, even today it is the state code. Because state code is required whether it is ISG or that. Then next is income tax PAN. 13 digit will be entity code, means 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. 14 digit is blank for future use, and 15 digit will be the check digit. That is the idea.
That is entity code. What would be entity code?
I think it will be 1, 2, 3, 4.
Like
Because if,
individual.
if you have got 5 registrations within state, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 they will give. Because you see entity code, even PIN number may be 4 digit, तो already entity code है ये. P है तो individual है. पैन नंबर में तो ऑलरेडी आपका एंटिटी को आ रहा है तो अगेन गिविंग एंटिटी कोड दैट कंपनी एटसेट्रा इट डजंट मेक एनी सेंस अकॉर्डिंग टू मी इट विल बी ए सीरियल नंबर
And what would be the use of check digit?
हाँ
Check digit क्या होता है?
चेक डिजिट का ऐसा है कि एल्गोरिथम कि ये समझो 14 डिजिट में आपका एक नंबर गलत हो गया प्रिंटिंग में और अगर 15 चेक डिजिट में पकड़ लेगा कि 14 में से कहीं ना कहीं गलती है ये 14 में से 14 नंबर है ना 14 में से कहीं समझो आपने एक मिस्टेक कहीं नंबर गलत कर दिया तो और जो 15 चेक डिजिट है उसका एल्गोरिथम है 14 का वो कैलकुलेशन करके वो 15 नंबर
दिया जाए
आता है तो आप अगर जब आप ये 15 डिजिट डालोगे तो वो इंटरनल कैलकुलेशन करेगा
एंड अगर कोई मिस्टेक नहीं होगा तो
अगर नहीं मिस्टेक करना है तो वो पास करेगा नहीं तो बोलेगा कि रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर ये गलत है अगर आपने ये 14 में कुछ तो भी गलती की आपने तो 15 नंबर है वो आपको यानी फिर आप 15 नंबर होपफुली 15 नंबर सही है और 15 नंबर सही है और 14 में से कहीं एक या 2 में आपकी मिस्टेक हो गई तो कैलकुलेट करेगा 14 नंबर का वो उनके अलग से और वो बताएगा कि नहीं ये आपका रजिस्ट्रेशन नंबर सही नहीं है So checklist is this 15 digit is only to ensure that you don't make mistake. क्योंकि if you make a mistake and आगे वाले को क्रेडिट मिलने वाला है नहीं या गलत आदमी को भी क्रेडिट
मिल सकता है
जा सकता है. That is why this checklist check digit is required to reduce the mistakes. Then of course that doesn't mean that you should make mistakes, but at least. Then registration, even if turnover is below limits, now in some cases registration is to be required even if your turnover is below 10 lakhs. Now when person making interstate taxable supply, that means if you are making interstate supply, then turnover, the 10 lakh limit is not applicable. That is why if your turnover is below 10 lakhs and you don't want, or if your turnover, or you earn below 50 lakhs and अगर कोई फॉरेन के बाहर का कस्टमर आ गया तो उसका दिल्ली का एड्रेस बता देने का क्योंकि आपने फॉरेन उस वहाँ का एड्रेस बता दिया तो आप प्रॉब्लम में आ जाओगे सो if it is interstate supply there then you have to register even if it is less than 10 lakh. If it is interstate supply then you cannot have composition scheme. That is one of the conditions that composition scheme में all your turnover should be within the state.
तो taxable supply का मतलब 10 लाख taxable supply
And taxable supply एक्चुअली उनके जो एग्रीगेट टर्नओवर की जो डेफिनेशन है वो गलत है. At the present definition means all your turnover has to be considered for the purpose of 10 lakh limit. But actually only tax, where tax is payable only that should be considered. They will make amendment. तो जितना अपने taxable items है जो taxable है ही नहीं under GST में that turnover will not be considered. No, but as the present definition doesn't say clearly says.
any other goods any other thing is a service उसमें तो सारी चीजें
हाँ नहीं इसीलिए पर एनी अदर इज सर्विस पर वो टैक्सेबल सर्विस होनी चाहिए ना. फॉर एग्जांपल सपोज एग्रीकल्चरल है सपोज आपका एग्रीकल्चर बिजनेस है आपका पूरा
zero rated and exempted
नहीं एग्रीकल्चर एग्जम्प्टेड है पर उसमें तुम्हारे 4-5 लाख का कोई टैक्सेबल टर्नओवर निकला तो देन यू शुड नॉट रिक्वायर रजिस्ट्रेशन. नाउ कैजुअल टैक्सेबल पर्सन एज आई टोल्ड यू यू डोंट हैव रेगुलर बिजनेस बट यू हैव गॉट कैजुअल बिजनेस आउटसाइड the state, then you can have temporary registration. But there, that 9 lakh, 10 lakh limit is not applicable. Even if small registration, then you can have registration as casual taxable server and non-resident taxable person. That is, if foreign company has some 1 or 2 casual transactions in India, they can have casual registration, do that and close it. Persons who are required to pay tax under reverse charge, when you are required to pay under reverse charge, then the 10 lakh limit is not applicable. Then persons who supply goods and services on behalf of other registered taxable persons like C&F agent, then there the 10 lakh limit is not applicable. Input service distributor, 10 lakh limit not applicable. E-commerce operator. Now I don't know which e-commerce operator will have a turnover less than 10 lakh, but anyway, they have made a provision.
फर्स्ट पे जो गूगल छोड़ देना तो हो सकता है.
Then हाँ, अभी आप अब लिखा है ना कि now you see if you have got a website and you put advertisements on your website through Google, and then Google makes payment to you. Yeah, are you aware?
Yes, sir. Yes,
हाँ,
sir.
हाँ, तो अब वो अपनी जो एग्जाम्पल लिए ना उसमें आप लिखो कि ये बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग ये इशू है कि योर वेबसाइट इज देयर एंड गूगल इज पुटिंग एडवर्टाइजमेंट ऑन यू एंड बेस्ड ऑन द नंबर ऑफ क्लिक्स यू गेट पेमेंट फ्रॉम गूगल. फिर व्हाट इज द प्लेस ऑफ सप्लाई? दिमाग खराब हो जाएगा. गूगल ने तो सबको मेल भेजा है कि तुम टैक्स भरो करके.
इसको लेके
नहीं, जो गूगल के एडवर्टाइजर्स है ना, जहाँ जहाँ गूगल पेमेंट करता है वहाँ उन्होंने मेल भेजा है गूगल से सबको. ओके, तो दिस इज अगेन गूगल आपको पेमेंट कर रहा है तो देन what is the location of service provider, what is the location of service recipient, and what is the place of supply. Now, e-application is required. Scanned copies of all required documents. You have no physical document. Deficiencies will be informed by SMS and mail. If you got a phone call, that means something is there. So don't go without Gandhi Baba if you get a phone call. Then registration certificate can be downloaded. There is no deeming provision for registration as the law stands today. Otherwise, excess is there that if registration is not granted within 7 days, it is deemed to have been granted. Similar provision, actually it was there in draft rule, but it is not here. Maybe they will make some provision in the rules. Now, this again is important. Return is mandatory even if no turnover. Nil return is mandatory because general experience that many times people take registration and then they just don't bother about filing the return. जैसे income tax में ऐसा है, if you got PAN number, that does not mean that you must file a return. But here, if you have got a registration number, you must file a return till the registration is valid. If not valid, then you can cancel it. But till you cancel, the return is mandatory. Then registration can be surrendered after filing up-to-date returns, payment of taxes. Then you have to file final return and then only you can apply for cancellation. And registration can be cancelled for misuse. If of course you are there to follow show-cause notice, etc. So now invoice is mandatory, but now e-invoice is permitted. It is not that invoice must be in physical form. Electronic invoice is permitted.